France versus Germany, Euro 2020 match preview. What's going on, guys? This is For the Fans World of Football Show Euro edition, and before I get into it, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and smash the like on the video. France versus Germany, and whoever wins this game will go through to the round of 16, will qualify out this group. They will, because whoever wins this game, look here, they are gonna beat Hungary, let's face it. Portugal, France and also Germany, they are going to beat Hungary. And then whoever wins this game between France and Germany, they can go and play Portugal and afford to draw the game against Portugal. That will give them 7 points. 7 points qualifies you out your group into the round of 16. So the incentive to win this game, guys, against France and Germany is huge. It's a huge incentive, because if you win this game, you know, more or less, you're going through to the round of 16, more or less. But the blow, if you lose this game, is also massive, because if you lose this game, then all of a sudden you have to beat Portugal and you have to beat Hungary. Your back is against the wall. So I can see both teams being conservative. I can see both teams thinking about not losing this game, because as I'm saying, the blow if you lose this game is too big. It's too big. So the incentive to win it is massive, guys. It's massive. And if you're asking me about my match prediction, I don't know. I think it might be a draw. But one thing I will tell you that is, if France score first, they're winning the game. Germany will not come back, because France are experts at playing a low block. That's how they won World Cup 2018. People think France won the World Cup 2018 by being the best footballing team. No, they weren't playing the best football. Belgium was playing the best football in the World Cup. But France, the low block, they had a low block system where every game they were going into the game with a low block, and they were playing on a counter-attack. Paul Pogba was releasing Kylian Mbappe with a counter-attack, and that's how France scored majority of their goals, and that's when they looked most dangerous. So I expect France as well. That's why I'm saying, if France scored first in this game, they are going to win this game, because if they score first, they will revert to their low block system. They'll go and defend the low block. To break them down was one thing, but the counter-attack that they got with Kylian Mbappe is, I mean, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. That guy is so fast, and you picture him going up against Germany's defenders. They stand no chance. Furthermore, if France are leading 1-0 going into the second half, and just say by the 60th minute they're still leading 1-0, they can take off either Griezmann or Benzema and bring on Ousmane Dembele. All of a sudden, they got Ousmane Dembele and they've got Kylian Mbappe playing on the counter-attack. No defenders catching either of those players. So that's why I'm saying, if France score first, they are winning the game. So Germany have to make sure that they score first in order to win this game. This is the France lineup that I think they will go with for this game. France are very flexible when it comes to the front end of the field, whereby they can play either 4-3-3 or 4-3-1-2, because Antoine Griezmann can play on the right wing and he can also play in the 10, and you will see them switching from those two formations during the game, 4-3-3 to 4-3-1-2, with Griezmann playing on the tip of the diamond. They'll have a midfield diamond with Griezmann playing on the tip of the midfield diamond, and Benzema and Mbappe playing as two strikers. What I will say about France, one of the negative things I will say how they play, is that they play very narrow. Very narrow. I've been watching their friendlies that they have been playing over the last few weeks, and they play a narrow game. They don't have any width, because Antoine Griezmann is not a natural right wing. Antoine Griezmann wants to be in the width of the post, because that's where he does his damage. Same with Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe can give you width, but that's not where he's most dangerous. Kylian Mbappe is most dangerous in between the width of the posts. Same with Benzema. Benzema's a number 9, so the only place he wants to be is in and around the box. So you've got 3 players that want to be in and around the box that are not going to give you true width. And what I saw in the friendlies was that they were actually getting in each other's way, where Griezmann was getting in Benzema's way, Kylian Mbappe was getting in Benzema's way, and they're actually even standing on top of one another, because they all want to play in the center of the field and nobody wants to hold the width. So that's the only negative I have with France. I hope that was just a friendly game, and I hope they have more structure and more balance going forward, and order of the way they go forward, because how narrow they were playing in the friendlies, that's not gonna help them to progress in this tournament. You know, it's almost like even when they get the ball, they're looking for one another. Even when I've seen a couple of them, Benzema in a shooting position, Kylian Mbappe in a shooting position, he'll look for maybe Benzema, he'll look for the extra pass. Instead of shooting, he'll always look for the extra pass, and that's a downfall. You need to shoot. If you don't shoot, you can't score. So I think what I'm saying right now, it might unfold before you when you're watching the game. It will make more sense when you're watching the game, because that's what I got from them when I watched their friendlies. They were overplaying. They want to score the perfect goal. You know, like when Arsenal used to play under Arsene Wenger. Many times when they get in the box, they're not shooting. They want to make one more pass, two more passes, because they want to score the perfect goal. And that's how France's front three are currently playing. But I hope that was just for the friendlies, and now in the competitive games they can really, you know, show who they are. And if there's a shot to be taken, take the shot, because you are not going to score without taking a shot. Take the shot. So you will see a lot of fluidity with France's front three. You will see a lot of fluidity. Paul Pogba got more license now to go forward. As of when he played in the World Cup 2018, you know, he was very restricted and he played as a CDM and a deep line playmaker. Now he's got freedom to go forward. So you will see a better Paul Pogba. And the firepower that France have, no other country in this tournament has. People are saying France are the favorites for this European Championship, and rightly so on paper. But if you look at history, guys, that's why for me, I'm a France supporter. I'm supporting France, but I've also got it in the back of my mind that France have the ability to go out in the group stages. Or even if they qualify out of the group stages, maybe they might not make it to the final. Because when you look at the other countries that have won World Cups, World Cup 2010 Spain, World Cup 2014 Germany, all those countries after that World Cup, they fell away. They fell away badly. Yes, I know Spain, when they won World Cup 2010, they went and won the European Championships in 2012. But after that, their plight was massive. They went into the World Cup 2014 and they got drummed by Netherlands 5-1. And they could not make it out their group in the World Cup 2014. Same with Germany. Germany won World Cup 2014 in a convincing way. Come to World Cup 2018, Germany could not make it out their group. They could not go out into the round of 16. They got knocked out in their group stages. So that's the history of former World Cup champions, is that their plight is massive. They fall away. Now, I don't know what's that from. It can be from complacency. It can be from maybe that they're not having the required talent and squad depth. It can be from a number of things, you know, and I think complacency has something to do with it. Thinking that they're better than what they really are. Thinking that they don't have to perform to their utmost ability because they're the champions, and not having that hunger inside them to go and win the next trophies and the next trophies and the next trophies. So that is one of the reasons why they fall off. But with France, I'm hoping, because on paper, France should go to the final of this European Championship. On paper. But complacency can get stuck in there. So I hope for France's sake that they keep their feet on the ground, that they understand that they have to go out into every game and act like that's the last game that they're playing. They need to have the mindset that they did not win the World Cup, that they did not win any silverware, and this is the first piece of silverware that they can win. They need to have that hunger inside of them. If they have that hunger inside of them, they can go all the way, because they've got the best team on paper. So that's France, guys. This is my prediction of how Germany is going to line up. The Germans play with a back three and they play with wing backs. So they play with a 3-4-3 formation, and I've seen them over the friendlies and they look so good in that formation. They know what they're doing. They know how to utilize the wing backs, because in that formation, the key players in that formation is your wing backs. Key players is your wing backs, and your wing backs give you the width. And as I said, France play a narrow game. So if Germany can use their wingbacks and utilize their wingbacks properly, I think Germany can get a positive result out of this game because of the way France play their narrow game. And when I was watching the Germans play these friendlies, I was surprised at how well they were playing and how well they were using their wingbacks, Kimmich and the other left wingback as well. And they play their two in the middle is Gundogan and Kroos. Now Gundogan and Kroos are world class on the ball, and on the ball they will both dictate the tempo of the game. On the ball they both have the last pass. They're fantastic midfielders, but off the ball that's where they will struggle, because Toni Kroos can't defend. He can't really defend. Gundogan can defend, but you can't have one player that can defend but his game is not naturally defending. So they're not playing with the out-and-out holding midfielder, and I think that can catch them up, and that's an area where France can dominate Germany, is in the midfield battle. When you got Paul Pogba and N'Golo Kante and probably Rabiot, you can dominate the midfield of Toni Kroos and Gundogan. You can, and when France is on the ball, Gundogan and Toni Kroos won't come close to them because they've got too much power in Paul Pogba and they've got too much pace with N'Golo Kante. So that's an area where I think France can dominate the game. But if France give Toni Kroos and Gundogan time on the ball, they will kill them. They will hurt them. And then they've got pace of Gnabry as well. They've got Gnabry, they've got Thomas Muller. So interesting, they've got Kai Havertz, who's an ice cold finisher, or they can even want to play Timo Werner. So this game is interesting, guys. But what I will also say from a France perspective is that if France qualify out of this group, I'm tipping them to go all the way to the final. I think that they are the best team on paper in this tournament, and if they just get out this group, even if they finish first or second, it doesn't really matter where they finish in the group. If they get out of this group, they are going all the way, because I don't see another country that can stop them at all. I don't see Belgium, I don't see England, I don't see Italy, I don't see Netherlands, I don't see any of these countries being able to stop the French team. So I think France will go all the way to the final. Whereas if Germany make it out this group, I still feel there are teams that can beat Germany. The likes of England, the likes of Belgium, the likes of even Italy. These teams can beat Germany because the Germans are not in their best condition, you know. The manager is slacking. We've seen that over the last few tournaments. He's not the same Joachim Löw that we know from the World Cup. So I don't see the Germans going all the way in this tournament. I just don't see it. But France, if they qualify out of their group and make it to the round of 16, for me they're going all the way. It all depends on France's approach. It all depends on how hungry they are and the desire that they put on the field, and if they're willing to outwork their opponents. Because on paper and the quality that each individual player has, I mean, they got a world-class goalkeeper, they got a world-class defense, they got a world-class midfield, and they've got a world-class attack. They are the best team and the best balanced team in this whole competition. But it's up to those boys when they step foot on the green, how hungry they are. How hungry they are. Are they gonna fight for the second balls? Are they gonna fight for their teammates when their teammates lose the ball? It's all about how the application to the game, because they have everything. So guys, that's my match preview. If you're watching this video and you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, guys, and smash the like button. I'll see you all after the match, and hopefully France can win 1-0, 2-1, 2-0, whatever the score is. Hopefully France can win, because if they win and they get out this group, they're going all the way. Let's go.